Hi, everyone. My name is Paul Plewman, and I work for CurrencyTransfer.com. We have developed a rather revolutionary technology that is disrupting the FX payment space. We figured that any industry sector where there is inefficiency naturally breeds innovation. Some of these names that you'll recognize have done exactly that already, disrupting and improving their own marketplaces. And no doubt you've seen offers like a 0% commission and fee-free trades when it comes to exchanging currency and making international payments. The fact of the matter is, it's all a big lie. Those are myths, sales jargons, and the reality is that banks regularly hide up to 4.5–5% cost in the exchange rate margin that they apply. So we thought, why not disrupt payments? Why not create an Expedia for currency transfers? Because even if you're a wily client and you've made the move away from transferring with your bank and you're trading happily with a broker, perhaps Apex, the client that was mentioned earlier, it's a step in the right direction, but there's always an inherent risk. What if your broker was this guy? I mean, I love the film, but classic lines like stay on the phone until somebody buys or somebody dies doesn't exactly breed respect for your clients. And that's a sad reality on a number of dealing floors across London still today. I've been on enough of them. Let me just bring you up to speed, a little background history of how I got here. Don't worry, it's not all dark matter and black holes. I've worked in foreign exchange payments for about 10 or 11 years now. And it's hard to differentiate good service and a proper client experience now in a marketplace which is very easy for new entrants to pop up and provide ultimately a new price only to get the client through the door and then hopefully rip their eyeballs out when they're actually playing golf instead of in front of their screens. And there's an inherent buzz on the dealing floors of any of these brokerages where a good margin deserves a high five. You get to ring a bell, you get the accolades of your clients. And, I don't really like that, and I didn't like that when I was exposed to it. Personally, I'm not a big fan of high fives. I don't really like ringing bells. And so I figured, well, why don't you do things differently? Why don't you try and do things properly? And you can't get much different to this. Effectively, what we've developed is a price aggregation platform that pulls live, honest prices, best and final bids, if you like, from a number of FCA-authorised payments institutions. We've democratized the platform that used to be that kind of technology, that type of experience is available at an institutional level. FXall, 360T, CurrenX, that type of platform is available, but it's not available to the small guy, the individual or the SME client that is trading anything up to 10–15 million a year, still a respectable client that needs a better service. That type of client is being left out in the cold. So let me just walk you through how it works. This is Adam, right? Adam actually used to be our landlord when we launched, but he's also the owner of Captify, which is a lovely little business that probably trades about $6 to $7 million a year, and he was getting a very, very poor service from his bank. So we signed him up and we walked him through the process. So he builds the order when he wants to buy dollars, chooses the value date where he wants the dollars delivered, and clicks to compare the quotes. And at this point, you get top dead center, your mid-market rate. That's your live interbank price. You're not going to get that, but we like to put it up there to keep everyone entertained. Ranked below are your live offer prices. These are effectively the best and final prices of all of the contributors that you have got a live price with. Like we've massively foreshortened the account opening process. We've developed the first one-to-many application process and compliance onboarding process within the marketplace. So you apply with us, we make sure it's valid, and we fire it out to all the partners that you've selected. They do their individual compliance checks on you, but they activate your account on their systems, and at that point you can see their live price. But that's a bit boring behind the scenes. Once you choose your price, you click book and you get a deal confirmation. At that point, you've got a contract with your chosen counterparty. You are filled. Your requirement is that you settle the deal directly to the authorised payments institution, obviously dealing through segregated client accounts for safety of funds, and they will deliver your funds to your chosen beneficiary. It's an interesting market. We recently met with 2 medium-sized banks, which typically don't like us because we're eroding their market share, even back, as an individual broker. The banks were on the other side of the fence to us. What's happening now in the marketplace is that there's an increasing interest in fintech. Obviously this graphic shows the bank, the oil tanker slow, and the nimble little startups that we've got a few of here today, I'm sure, as those speedboats. Now, we created from scratch a fully functional trading platform, and we traded through it and delivered over $20 million in the first 9 months of our transactions. Now, one of these meetings with one of the banks uncovered that they had spent the same time debating where to position and what colour to have a logo on one of their new marketing flyers. So it's not exactly innovation coming from their side of the pitch at the moment. But seeing that the markets are being disrupted by the nimble little speedboats has caught their attention. They are paying attention and they want to meet us. They want to talk to us. They want to bounce ideas around. Ultimately, if you've got a good idea, I'm sure they might want to acquire you. We're not quite there yet, but we're working on it. But I don't know, maybe I've got it all wrong. Maybe it's just because women love a speedboat. That's not actually our boat, but look, I thank you for your time. I've been Paul Plewman. The product is CurrencyTransfer.com, and I'll welcome any questions that you may have.
Questions for Paul. Here we go.
Hey, my name is Karol, and I have a question. Can I trade with your platform electronically, or do you have a click? Can I plug? Can I connect to you, with some electronic system and accept the quotes, or do I have to physically click via the web interface?
At the moment, it is a physical click. Our platform has been developed on API connectivity with all of our partners, so there is that technology underpinning it. The important differentiator to make, though, is that it's not for trading. It's for deliverable payments only. So really, I would question what the added value of automating that downstream would be. But it's certainly a conversation we could have with our CTO.
Okay,
I'm sure he'll thank me for that.
Thanks.
Paul, thank you very much.
Thank you very much.